students, in this video we will do exercise 1.3 of NCERT. Now let us start with the introduction to the exercise. Now subsets. What are subsets? Let A and B are two sets. If every element of A is an element of B, then A is subset of B. Now if A is subset of B, then it is denoted as A is subset of B. And as we know that every element of A is contained in B, so we can say that B is superset of A, and it is denoted by B is superset of A, or we can say B is superset of A. Now if A is not a subset of B, then it is denoted by A is not a subset of B. Now two things which we have to keep in mind is that every set is a subset of itself, and a null set or empty set is subset of every set. Subset of every set. Now total number of subsets of a finite set containing n elements is equal to 2 raised to power n. That means if a set has 3 elements, then the total number of elements in it will be 2 raised to power 3, and that equal to 8. If any set has 3 elements, then the number of elements, number of its subsets will be equal to 8. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Suppose there is set A and it has 3 elements A, B and C. Then the subsets of A will be, first of all we will take each, now as we know that null set is the subset of every element, every set, so its first subset will be null set. Then we will take a single element as a set, and these will be its subsets. Now 2 elements at a time, on taking 2 elements at a time, we are getting a set AB, AC and BC. Now as we know that every set is its subset, so A, B, C will also be its subset. As we see here that the number of elements in A, or we can say that it as a cardinal number of A is equal to 3. There are 3 elements in it, so number of subsets will be equal to 2 raised to power 3, that equal to 8, and we can count these subsets. These will be equal to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this set A, which has 3 elements, will have 8 subsets. Now subsets of the set are of real numbers. Now real numbers, set of real numbers is denoted by R. Now following sets are the subsets of the set of real numbers, important subsets of the real numbers. First one is the set of natural numbers, and the set of natural numbers is denoted by n, and as we know the natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. Now second one is the set of all integers. Now integers are denoted by capital Z, and these will be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now set of all rational numbers, as we know What are rational numbers? Now set of rational numbers is denoted by q, and rational numbers are the numbers which can be written in the form of p upon q. Set of rational numbers will be x such that x is equal to m by n, where m and n belongs to integer and n is not equal to 0. Now the set of all irrational numbers is also the irrational numbers are also the real numbers, and they are denoted by t, and this will be x such that x belongs to real number and x is not a rational number. The numbers which are not rational are irrational numbers, so we can say x doesn't belong to rational numbers. Now this t or set of irrational numbers is also represented by q dash. Now intervals as subset of R, that is real numbers. Now on a real line, various types of infinite subsets are designated as intervals as defined below. Now first is closed interval. In closed interval, let a and b be two given real numbers. Now if a and b are two real numbers such that a is less than b, then the set of all real numbers, say x, such that a is less than equal to x and that is less than equal to b, is called a closed interval and is denoted by closed interval a comma b. Now that means this a closed interval a b means x belongs to real number and x is greater than equal to a and less than equal to b. Now on a number line, if you want to represent the real numbers in a closed interval a b on a number line from minus infinity to infinity, then we can say that the elements between a from a to b will be represented by darkening the spot of a and b and drawing a line between a and b. Now second one is open interval. Now if a and b are two real numbers such that a is less than b, then the set of all real numbers x satisfying a is less than x is less than b is called an open interval and is denoted by open brackets a comma b, or we can denote it by open brackets a comma b. Now thus this a b is equal to x belongs to real number where x is between a and b. Now we have to keep in mind that if a and b are included, then they will be represented in closed bracket, and if a and b are not included, then they will be represented in a open bracket. Now in a number line, we represent this x is greater than a and less than b as, suppose this is point a and this is b, then they will be represented by open bracket and a line is drawn between a and b. Here we will not darken the circles representing a and b. Now third one is semi-open or semi-closed interval. Now if a and b are two real numbers such that a is less than b, then the set open bracket a b close bracket will be equal to x belongs to real number such that x is greater than a and less than equal to b, and close bracket a comma open bracket b will be equal to x such that x belongs to real number such that a is less than equal to x and that is less than b are known as semi-open intervals. Now in interval open bracket a comma b close bracket means that a is not included and b is included. So we will darken this b as b is included in the real numbers and a is not included, so it will be represented by open circle, and on joining a and b we will get the real numbers between from a to b. Similarly here a is in close bracket, that means a is included in the set, and b is in open bracket, that means b is not included in a set, and on joining these two we will get all the real numbers from a to b. Now second one is universal set. Now a set that contains all sets in a given context is called universal set. Now suppose there is a set of natural number 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and we are taking a set A that is a set of odd natural numbers, and this will be 1, 3, 5 and so on. Now set B is a set of even natural numbers, that will be 2, 4, 6 and so on, and set C as the set of prime numbers, prime natural numbers, that will be 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on. Now as we see here, now set A, B and C. Now elements of set A, B and C are all included in set N. So we can say here set N is universal set in this context, or we can say set N is universal set for sets A, B and C. That means in any context the set which contains all the elements of the other sets is called the universal set. Now third one is power set of a set. Now let A be a set, then the collection, or you can say family of all the subsets of A is called the power set of A and is denoted by PA. Now suppose there is a set A having elements A, B and C. Now its subsets will be null set A, B, C, AB, AC and BC and ABC. Now these are the subsets of set A which has A, B and C as its elements. Now the power set of A will be the set of all the elements, all the subsets of a set. That means the subsets of a set A will be the elements of power set A. That means power set A will be set of null set A, B, C, AB, AC, BC and ABC, all these sets. Now, as set is represented inside the braces, so we will represent these P elements of PA inside the braces. Now as we already know that the number of elements in the set are given by 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of elements of a set A. That means the cardinal number of PA, or you can say the number of elements in power set A, will be equal to 2 raised to power n. And here as A has 3 elements, so we can say that number of elements in power set A will be equal to 2 raised to power 3 and that equal to 8. In exercise 1.3, now first question is make correct statement by filling in the symbols. subset or not a subset. Now here, as we see in first question, now the first set has the elements 2, 3 and 4, and second set has elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. As we know, now 2, 3 and 4 of the first set all belongs to the second set, so we can say that this first set is a subset of the second set. In the second case, here we are saying here the elements of first set are ABC and elements of second set are BCD. As we see here, the element A of the first set is not in the second set, so this first set is not a subset of second set. Similarly, X such that X is a student of class 11th of your school. Now, X is a student of your school. Now, as we know that if a student of class 11th of your school will be the student of your school, that means the student of class 11th will be among the students of the school. That means this first set is a subset of second set. Now here in fourth part, X such that X is a circle in a plane and X is a circle in the same plane having radius 1 unit. Now here X such that X is a circle in a plane. Now circles with radius 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.5 or any other radius will come in this set, in the first set, whereas in the second set these circles having the radius equal to 1 unit are there. That means all the circles of the first set will not be in the second set. That means this first set is not a subset of second set. Now X is a triangle in a plane and X is a rectangle in the plane. Now triangle has 3 sides where rectangle has 4 sides. So we cannot say that triangles are contained in a rectangle. So we can say that first set is not a subset of the second set. Now here in sixth part, he is saying X is a equilateral triangle in a plane and X is the triangle in a plane. As we know that the equilateral triangles are contained in the triangles. So first set will be the subset of the second set. Now seventh part is X such that X is an even natural number. And here X such that X is an integer. As we know, even natural numbers are also the integers. So even natural numbers are all integers. So we can say this first set is a subset of the second set. Similarly, in the second question, we can examine these parts whether the first is a subset or not, whether or the statements given to you are the symbols here are correct or not. Now, as you know, A and B both are in the second set. So we will say that A and B will be the subset of B, C and A. So this one is false. And similarly, we can do the other parts. Now come to the question number 3rd. Now here let A equal to 1, 2 and inside braces 3, 4 are written and 5. Which of the following statements are incorrect and why? In third question, set A is given to us. Now here in first part he is saying that set of 3 and 4 is a subset of A. Now as we see here, this braces 3, 4 inside the braces, so this will be regarded, and this is inside the set. So this whole will be regarded as a single element of a set. Single element of set A. Now we will not regard these 3 and 4 as the elements of the set. These will be single elements of the set. Now here 3, 4 is subset of A. Now we know that this inside the braces 3, 4 is written. So this 3, 4 will belong to A. This is not a subset of A. So it is false, as we can say, as this 3, 4 belongs to A, as we will regard this as a single element. So this belongs to A, these are not the subset. Now here, now this one will be true, as 3, 4 are the single elements of a set and these are under braces, inside the braces, so this will belong to A. Now here he is saying that 3, 4 inside the braces and braces are put outside this 3, 4 and this is subset of A. Now as we know that the element of any set, now suppose A belongs to set A, then if we cover it inside the braces, then that will be the set of A, subset of A. Now here, now this 3, 4, this whole is an inside the braces, 3, 4 is written. This whole is the element of set A, and if you put this element inside the braces, then that will be the subset of A. So we can say this one is 2. Now in fourth part, 1 belongs to A. Now here he is saying 1 belongs to A. We know that 1 is the element of A. That means 1 belongs to A is 2. Now 1 is a subset of A. No, it is false, as a set is always written inside the braces. And here braces are not put here. So we can say that 1 cannot be subset of A. Now in seventh part, 1, 2, 5 are belongs to A. Now 1, 2 and 5 are the elements of set A. So if you put one elements of set A inside the braces, then those will be subsets of A. So this will be false. Now this 1, 2, 5 are the elements of A, and if you put them inside the braces, then these will be subsets of A. This will be true. But 1, 2 and 5 inside the braces doesn't belong to A. These are the subsets of A. Whereas this 3, 4 inside the braces belongs to A. Now here null set. Now null set, as we know that null set is subset of every set. So null set will be subset of A. Now here null set. Now this null set is already a set, and if we put it inside the braces, that means this is set of null set. Now we can't write null set as the set of null set. Now that means this set has one element and that is null set. So it is false. Now null set is already a set. It can be written as null set or set without any element inside the braces. But here we have written null set inside the braces. So it will not be a subset of A, whereas null set will be the subset of A. Because null set, this phi is already a set. Now in question number 4, we have to write the subsets of the following set. Now subsets of this set, now it has only a single element A, and as we know null set is subset of every set. So null set will be its sets. Null set will be the subset of every set. Now here, now second set will be subset of set A will be A, set A having an element A. Now here its subset will be, now first element is A, second one is B, and as we know the set itself is its subset, so AB will be its subset. Now null set doesn't have any element, so its subset will be null set only. Now in question number 5, how many elements has PA if A is a null set? Now if A is a null set, then power set A. Now if A is a null set, then it has only one subset, that is null set, as we have done here previously, that every null set here, now subset of a null set is always a null set. So if A is a null set, so it will have only one subset, that is null set. So power set A is subset of the set, so is the set of the subsets, and it has only one subset, null set. So we can say power set A will have only one element, and that is null set. So power set A has only one element, that is null set itself. In question number 6, we have to write the following as interval, and question number 7, we have to write the following intervals in set builder form. In sixth, now first part is x such that x belongs to R and x is greater than -4 and less than equal to 6, and we have to write in set builder form as x is greater than -4 and 4 is, so you can say that 4 is not included in it, so open bracket will come before -4, and here x is less than equal to 6, that means 6 is also included in it, so we will use close bracket after 6. Now here x is greater than -12 and -12 is not included, so it will be represented inside open bracket, and -10, x is less than -10, here -10 is also not included, so we will put it inside the open bracket. Now here 0, x is greater than equal to 0, that means 0 is included, so we will put it inside close bracket, and x is less than 7, where 7 is not included, so it will be closed with the open bracket. Here 3 and 4 are both included, and x is greater than equal to 3 and less than equal to 4, so we will take close brackets. Now in question number 7, now -3 to 0, and these are represented inside the open bracket, so here these can be written in set builder form as x such that x belongs to real number where x is greater than -3 and less than 0. Now second one, here 6 and 12 are inside the close bracket, so we can say that 6 and 12 are both included, so these will be written in set builder form as set of x such that x belongs to R, 6 is less than x, less than equal to x, and that is less than equal to 12. And wherever we see the close bracket, we use this sign equal to also. Now here 6 is not included and 12 is included, so we will write this as a set of x such that x belongs to real number, 6 is less than x, and that is less than equal to 12. Here -23 is included here, so it will be -23 is less than equal to x, and 5 is not included, so that will be less than 5. Now in question number 8, what universal sets would you propose for each of the following? Now universal set is a set which universal set for these sets will be the set which will contain the given set. Now first one is the set of right triangles. As we know that the right triangles are all triangles, or you can say, so we can say that a set of triangles will be the universal set for this one. The universal set will be set of triangles. Now second one is the set of isosceles triangles. Again, now isosceles triangles are the triangles whose two sides are equal, but these are all triangles, so we can say universal set will be set of triangles again. Here in ninth question, set A, set B and set C are given, so we have to find from first, second, third, fourth, we have to find the universal set for these one. Now here in set A there is element 1, 3 and 5. In first one, now 1, 3 and 5 are present. Now set B has 2, 4, 6. Now 2, 4, 6 are present here. Set C has the elements 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Here 0, 2, 4, 6. Now 8 is not in this set first. So we will say that this is not the universal set for these elements. Now null set has no elements in it, so this cannot be the universal set. Now fourth one. Now one set A 135, set B 246 246, set C 02468 02468 are all included in this third set. So we'll say that the third set is the universal set for A, B and C. Now in fourth one, in fourth set, now as we see, C has the element 0, and fourth set 0 is not in the fourth set, so this cannot be the universal set for the set C, or you can say set A, B and C. And this was our exercise 1.3. Thank you.